Hey travel friends, today on Judo the Travel Bug, it's another installment of Graveyard Picnic. Yeah, it's still a thing. This is where we travel to a famous grave and have a food associated with our deceased guest of honor. This episode, we're in Paris, visiting the grave of a rock legend that helped define a generation. Père Lachaise is Paris's most visited and celebrated cemeteries. It's located in the 20th arrondissement. The cemetery was established in 1804 and is essentially an open-air museum with beautiful Gothic mausoleums and some pretty unique headstones. It's also the final resting place of icons such as Oscar Wilde, Frédéric Chopin, Edith Piaf, and Jim Morrison, American singer, songwriter, and lead vocalist of The Doors. Jim burned bright with his poetic lyrics, deep voice, and outrageous stage presence. He tragically died in Paris of heart failure from a possible drug overdose. He was only 27 years old. His grave is simple with a protective barrier and a Greek inscription which translates to "true to his own spirit." So usually we kind of do a food associated with our deceased guest of honor, but today this really doesn't have much to do with Jim himself, but it's gum. We're having some gum. Here you go, everybody. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Jim Morrison's grave has notoriously been graffitied over the years by fans, not out of disrespect, but just out of rock and roll rebellion. In fact, he had a statue on top of his grave of his head, and it was stolen back in the 80s. And just a recent story, I don't remember how recent, but here in Paris, the police were raiding somebody for something completely different and found Jim Morrison's head. And they have it and they returned it to the family, and I think it's eventually going to go in a museum in Paris. They're not going to put it back here because people still kind of hop the fence and will spray paint or something, but mostly people just leave kind tokens now. Okay, so boys, since they put this gate up and people really can't graffiti, fans have been coming over here and making a gum tree. In fact, this is recent as well. This looks like bamboo that they wrapped around because so many people place gum. And again, it's kind of respectful. We wouldn't do this at a regular grave, but, rock and roll rebellion, right? So, go ahead. Now let me butt in and say I'm 100% sure the cemetery hates this, which ironically feels exactly like something Jim would appreciate. So please don't come for us. It's ridiculous, but for one afternoon in Paris, I feel our small gesture helps to keep telling Jim's story.
For more unique travel shows, like and subscribe to see where Doodlebug goes next.